Buzz up high, Taylor gets the tap down, O'Connor picks it up, tries to handball clear. Christian Highland can't get the ball up first go. And I think there won't be any place for mistakes with ball handling today, Laurie. They're going to have to be crisp and clean, otherwise they'll be tackled very quickly.
Yeah, I think if you keep your eye on the mind and the ball and get it and disperse of it quickly, you won't get hurt.
In the middle again, tapped down by Savanka on this occasion, picked up by Stone of Thomson. Quick kick to centre half. From behind, Nick Maharis. Magnificent mark. Clean mark. One grab, and he's got the mark. The man on the mark, McNamara, is on the 50-metre arc. Well, a little chip.
Well, he's inside.
Inboard, and as is mentioned in our pre-game, Sabali Armstrong's taken the mark. Man on the mark is only 48 metres from goal. So distance, I don't think will be a problem, as Sabali Armstrong has the mark. Barry O'Toole standing that mark, and is this the quick reply for Thomson?
Roberts coming off the ground to be replaced by Baxter.
He's already had a wrist bandage as Sabali Armstrong moves in.
Oh,
he's got a magnificent kick. It's going to be marked on the goal line. That's a Maharis without any doubt.
I think it's a goal.
Looks like Troy.
Yep.
No, it was marked inside the field of play, and in a big pack there, Troy Maharis put the two hands up as Dabrowski, the man on the mark, on the goal line. So it's just a formality. Troy Maharis, he kicks his first, he kicked Thomson's first. It is a goal here at Godfrey Street. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 3 minutes gone.
Well, already the indications are going to be this is going to be a pretty even contest. Shane Stone's already had 3 kicks on his wing, so they've got to tighten up on him. One of them was probably a little bit hurried. Those other 2 were very, very good, so he's going to be a good player there from on the wing, and as I said, it's going to be a great contest.
A couple of Maharis clean marks in the forward half, Laurie, significant.
Yeah, terrific.
So back to the middle. Dan O'Connor's got the job on Ricky O'Toole at the moment. So I hope Laurie's keeping stats on both of them. Umpire Keating with the ball to throw it up for Savanka and Taylor. Throws it up in the air now. Taylor goes up, gets it down again. There's O'Connor. Met though by Dans on hands and knees, and Ricky O'Toole comes over the top. Pack develops, the umpire will come in and bounce it still in the middle of the ground. Kevin Dans last to get up, hands the ball back to umpire Keating. He throws the ball in the air, Taylor goes up, and Savanka gets it this time. Barry O'Toole through the middle, handball was chopped off by Highland, played for a free kick beautifully, Barry, and got it from the umpire.
And got a 50 as well, I think.
No. We'll take it from the middle of the ground, Barry O'Toole. Rivet gives him a long lead, as does Keys. He goes in that direction now with a good kick. Rivet up. Taylor back there, does well. Taps to the front of the pack. Now a quick kick from the defensive 50 by Daniels. Goes long to a one out. Cornwall's there with Worry, who might have the job on him. Hood, great pick up. Handball backwards to Nick Maharis on centre wing. Gets ripped off the ball, but it's a free kick coming back though. And it will be a free kick to Hood.
Oh, Thomson were home too.
The ball landed in Peter Anderson's arms, 30 metres out from goal, but it will be a free kick back to Hood on centre wing on the outer side. He goes now with the right foot kick, the lead on by Anderson. He might get it anyway. Well, mark wasn't taken by Keating. Second effort was pretty good. Now wrapped up by Stone. The umpire lets it go. Now he'll come in and he will ball it up.
Already the indications are to me the turnovers today are going to be very, very costly. So you're going to have to watch your kicking skills and your handball skills, because I think if you turn it over, both sides are running forward when they've got the ball. They're going to get caught out.
Ball up. Oakley gets it down, tap towards Anderson, good hands. The big man needs some support. Ricky O'Toole, did he push him in the back? The umpire said yes, and the umpire will pay the free kick to Anderson on 50 on the boundary line on the outer side, half forward flank. 1 goal apiece so far. We've been playing 5.5 minutes.
Any advantage to the eastern end, Laurie? A slight breeze perhaps?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I think it's one of the way they're marking the footy, Eric. I don't think there's any wind advantage out there at all.
So Anderson from 50 comes in a couple of steps, keeps it low, and kicks the goal.
What a goal!
Easy as you like. Peter Anderson has put through his first and the second for Thomson. 2 straight goals, 12. They lead Corio 1 straight goal, 6. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 6 minutes played.
Well, I guess I might have had some misgivings about him kicking the distance from just outside 50, Laurie, but he made it easily.
Well, it made great contact, didn't it? As soon as it went off the boot, it wasn't going anywhere except straight through the middle of the sticks, and that's a very good start to the Thomson side, and they'd like to think they're kicking with the breeze, I think.
So the ball in the middle again with umpire Kiss.
Troy Maharis now out on this wing, so there's a little bit of a change there.
So the ball goes up, Ruckman go up, neither get a clear tap down. Pushed forward by Barry O'Toole, can't take, follows up well, gets it gets a free kick over the shoulder, advantage not paid.
Good umpiring there.
Yes, because Kevin Dans had taken the footy, but he was immediately tackled. So the ball comes back inside the centre square to Barry O'Toole. Tackle too high. He kicks to the lead on half-forward flank. In front was Ricky Bingham. Can't take the mark for Corio. Comes back on the footy. Mitchell's put him under pressure. Nice handball to Lazarick. He kicks the ball into the full forward area. Who would be there in the pocket? None other than Ricky O'Toole. Might get a 50-metre penalty as well. He has. So Dan O'Connor manhandled him, I think, after he had completed the mark. And now somebody will be on the mark on the goal line. So this is the answering goal for Corio. As Ricky O'Toole now comes to the head of the goal square, directly in front, and will put the ball on the boot. Should be a formality. Moves in. Well, pretty cheeky. Kicked it left-footed.
Left-footer as well, saving energy.
So Ricky O'Toole has kicked his second goal. 2 goals Corio, 2 goals Thomson. Victory trophies at first quarter scoreboard, 7.5 minutes gone.
I better give him his stats. Kick 2 kicks, 2 goals.
Maybe we'll start and do kicks on the right foot, kicks on the left foot, will we? One of each.
I'm just going back to the Dan O'Connor thing. That was just it was just a little bit severe, Eric. You've got to be. It's a fine line, you know. I've asked myself this question. I don't know whether there's anyone in the GDFL that can run with Ricky O'Toole, and you just can't be too physical. You've got to be there with presence, but you've got to be very, very careful because you know, you can't afford to give him free kicks near the goals. And
without the fact that Laurie could have been anywhere in the 50-metre arc, and it's a 50-metre penalty, and that was the crucial factor.
Yeah.
So the ball to come back from the kindergarten, the back fence.
I'm just trying to find Shane Stone there, where he's drifted to.
Half forward, Dabrowski's got him.
Yep.
So they're just, I guess it's the old Fitzroy thing of the 60s, Laurie. They just rotate their players through the forward line. If you're going to be a good defender, you just go one-on-one.
Yep, I think so.
So back to the middle, all locked up, 2 goals apiece. At Godfrey Street, Taylor and Savanka, the umpire. Takes a fortnight to throw the ball up. He does so now. Savanka gets it down, Highland. O'Toole runs into him. On hands and knees, Taylor. Now Ricky O'Toole at the back, handball out. Missed its target, which was Lindsay. Now Nick Maharis runs backwards. Handball sets up Aitchison. He's in trouble. Gets away the rubber man. Runs through centre wing. Right foot kick towards centre half forward. Worry comes out. Cornwall works him underneath. Goes with the right foot towards Anderson. One out with King. Takes the mark. Good mark to Peter Anderson. And will shoot for goal from 25 metres out directly in front.
Well, Matty King just got caught short then, Laurie, didn't he? He was a couple of metres behind. The ball dropped short, and of course, when you're behind, you've got no chance.
Well, Matty Warren's got a little bit of skill too. He was able to turn that around very quickly and get the ball to boot quickly, and Peter Anderson won out. And
it's kick one.
It's a lot easier when you get the ball down quickly, Eric.
Kick one will line up for goal number 2, as we said. 25 metres out directly in front for Thompson's 3rd goal this afternoon. He comes in and has kicked it. No problems with that. So his second. Thomson 3 straight goals, 18. They lead Thomson, lead Corio 2 straight goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 10 minutes played.
Once again, Laurie was nice, clean, crisp contact off the boot. You could hear it from here, and he's certainly striking the ball nicely.
Yeah.
Cornwall v Worry, Laurie. Is that a worry for Corio?
Yes, I think it is, to be quite honest with you. Nevada can play some really good games, and he can be found a little bit, and I think he's on a pretty quality much.
Ricky Bigham be better on him, do you think?
Well, I was just going to ask the question before. Ricky doesn't normally play forward, and I would have made that switch. And
well, he's back now.
It won't be long before it's back there, I don't think.
So the ball in the middle again, goes in the air. Both ruckmen get up. Savanka tapped down, sharked by Highland. He's tackled immediately, and the umpire said, "We'll do it again." Still in the centre circle. So pretty hard to get a clear takeaway. But umpire Kiss will put the ball in the air once again. It's up. Nice tap there by Savanka. Ball comes down, hit out by Oakley, who has to follow up toward the wing. At full tilt, runs forward, kicks a nice looking kick to full forward. Well, brilliant mark again by Peter Anderson, this time with Matt McNamara opposed to him. There's a whistle on play. No, there's no penalty. It's just a bit of an altercation there. And Anderson, very, very prominent in the first 11 minutes of the game.
Good hands there, wasn't it?
Yes, so he's got 2 goals already.
Nathan Taylor doesn't look too good here.
So that was as a result of that ruck contest, I'd suggest, and that might well be a huge loss for Thomson if he is off the ground for a period of time, and certainly the way he's coming off doesn't look too good. Back to Peter Anderson, of course. Man on the mark, 30 metres from goal. Anderson moves in. Good looking kick. It's coming back on whatever bruise there is, and it's right through the middle. He's pretty happy with it. That's his third, and that is the fourth for Thomson. 4 goals straight, 24. Thomson. They lead Corio 2 goals straight, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard now, 12 minutes gone.
Yes, well, just going back to that Nathan Taylor incident, he's got a bump there from that last throw up there, and it's going to force Dean Oakley now into the ruck. And I think Thomson might have found something there if they can afford to play Nathan Taylor and let Dean Oakley run around the ground. I think they've got a real big plus there.
Noel Riley on the ground for Taylor, so he's gone into defence, and Oakley into the ruck against Rob Walton, who's having a run in the ruck to replace Savanka. They go up, and Oakley gets it down to O'Connor. Handball back towards Stone. Under pressure, handball was chopped off by Manning. Runs through the middle, draws a player. Handball to Clifford, sets him a task. Met by Riley. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. Lazarick goes across. He does. Handball was chopped off by Armstrong. Second effort by Lazarick was great towards Savanka. Handball, the big man. He chops the handball out, but that could be a free kick down the field. No, it's a mark by Bennett in the middle of the ground for Corio. So left foot kick by Bennett goes long towards Rivet, comes out. Chopped off though. He got it quickly towards Ricky O'Toole. Now the ball in dispute. Getting across there was Daniels. O'Toole on hands and knees. And the umpire has said holding the ball.
He pulled it back in under him.
And will be a free kick to Thomson in the last line of defence. And the man getting up to take the free kick will be Andrew Yates, I think.
That was a good decision, Eric. He did pull it in.
It was clear from here.
In fact, it's Riley who has the free kick, so just on the ground. Has his first kick, goes towards Nick Maharis. Bennett in front, Lazarick got a hand to it, pushed to the back. Oakley, handball, sets up Highland close to the boundary line, and should be kicked down the field. Walton was a bit late there, and will be a free kick to Thomson down the field. At half forward will be Hood, and he can just about run on, but Kelvin Keating's coming back to stand the mark, so Brent Hood on centre wing. Wants to get around Keating, so does, and runs away. Backs himself and goes with the right foot long towards Anderson. He's got 2 on him now. King and McNamara, they go up. And in fact, King, did he take the mark? Yes, he did, said the umpire. And Matty King will relieve the pressure for the Devils. I think he might have got a knee in the chest or the stomach as he came down as well. He's not too healthy. He might handball it off to McNamara. He does. Calls to play on now. Anderson runs at him. He goes long towards half back. Ricky O'Toole, Oakley in front, should be able to take the mark. And he plays on quickly, gives it away to Nick Maharis, has to get around Keating, handballs it quickly to Troy Maharis, to O'Connor. They're working well, he's at 50, he goes with the right foot kick, keeps it low. Anderson getting back there and touched it just as it went through for 1 behind. So they first behind on the board, and it's 4-1-25. Thomson, they led Corio 2 straight goals, 12. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 14.5 minutes have been played.
So back in the goal square for the kick in, Dabrowski for Corio is to be the kicker for starters anyway. Looking for some options, decides to go straight down the middle. Nice looking kick, pretty well controlled, straight into the arms of Barry O'Toole. Marked unattended there, kicks it wide. The lead from Rick Lazarick, can't take the mark. At the back is Sabali Armstrong for Thomson. He gets a hand on the footy and pushes it toward the boundary. So it's out of bounds now, true centre wing on the Godfrey Street side of the ground here. As Eldridge has come onto the ground, I didn't see who went off. Looks like Matty King might have gone off the ground. So from the throw in, goes to half forward. Mitchell takes the mark on his chest, almost unattended. Ricky Bingham arrived a little late. So Mitchell now for Thomson. Kicks the ball inside 50 at half forward. From behind, Dabrowski gets a hand on the footy. He can't control it. Handball over the top to Ricky O'Toole. Takes the footy. Handball back inboard. Has found Dans. Another handball to Dabrowski. They're out of trouble, Corio. The kick goes to half forward. Good defensive work there for Thomson by Riley. The ball still on centre wing. Tapped along the ground. Picked up by Oakley. Eludes one tackle. Can't elude the second. Picked up by Bingham for Corio. Handball over the top to Eldridge. Another handball to Manning. The ball is inside the 50 now for Corio. Attacking it was Keys. Lovely handball to Bennett. Bennett on the left foot. Hooks it towards the goal. It bounces and has bounced through the goals for Darren Bennett's first goal. Goal to Corio. They go to 3 goals straight, 18. They trail Thomson 4-1-25. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 16 minutes gone.
Yeah, it was a good build-up there, wasn't it? And it was, I think it was Keys. What a lovely handball on his left side there, and just shows the skill some of these young kids have got. And You know, if they can maintain that sort of pressure, it makes it very, very difficult to man those blokes up because they're always got a target when you can play both sides of your body.
Laurie, 16 minutes, a quality game you'd expect from two top sides.
Fantastic. I'm enjoying every second of it, Eric.
Back to the middle. Walton still in the ruck for Corio against Oakley. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Oakley gets it down. O'Connor and O'Toole go at it. Now Nick Maharis off the wing. Breaks free. Left foot kick. Long towards Hood. Keating keeps his eye on it. Can't take the mark. Anderson comes out. Can he trap it? No, he can't. Hood at the front. Tries to tap it in front of himself. Keating kept his feet. Now he's under pressure from Anderson. Anderson and McNamara. McNamara fights hard for it. Does well. Does he lock it in? He needs to get rid of it. Umpire said play on. He did pretty well in the end. Now Maharis gives it back to Highland on his left. Kick was smothered beautifully by McNamara. And again, Highland has a second of it. Now Dabrowski comes in and helps. Manning's there as well. Highland again, great play by both teams. The umpire says play on. Falls to Troy Maharis. Runs backward. Handball to Worry. We saw him kick three. Oh, as he squeezed it in, we saw him kick three.
He just missed it.
From that position in the warm-up. But he's missed it on this occasion and threw for one behind. So Marty Worry has kicked a behind. And it goes to 4-2-26 Thomson. Corio 3 straight goals, 18. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And Ricky Bigham is off, I think. And he's in a bit of strife, maybe. The umpire reported him. I think both umpires reported him. So it's at centre-half forward for Thomson. And the notebook's out.
The card will be out, won't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yep. And Jason Stein looks like he might have been the person who was hit.
Well, it's interesting now to see what happens here. The umpires are...
Ricky's going.
And umpire Kiss will hold up the yellow card. So 15 minutes for Ricky Bigham. So...
yeah, it looks like both umpires have shown the card, so they both reported him.
So he's off the ground, so he'll be able to come back in about 3 or 4 minutes into the second quarter if it runs 30 minutes the first term. And they're down to 17, which is more important possibly for Corio. And the ball is a free kick to Thomson in the goal square to Peter Anderson.
Goal number 4.
So it's 4-2 Thomson at the moment. Corio 3 straight goals, and Peter Anderson's got a chance to put his 4th on the board. Thomson's 5th.
Why would the free kick not be where the incident occurred?
I don't know, Eric. I don't know. Maybe it was with 50, but it's a short 50. Anderson comes in, kicks goal number 4. And goal number 5 for Thomson. They go to 5-2-32. They lead Corio 3 straight goals, 18. And that's on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 19 and a half minutes played.
Well, I guess it took something like 18 minutes, Laurie, for an incident to occur. And it's been a crucial incident against Corio because they're now one short and for 15 minutes. And, well, discipline's going to play a major part in winning and losing premierships, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is, Eric. And look, it puts your team under enormous pressure. Right up until now, I thought this is a pretty good even game now. Now, Thomson, the Corio side, have got to play with one man short. It's very difficult to do that. They can run 2 plays for Ricky now if they want to, or whatever they want to do with that extra player. But, you know, you've got to be very, very careful.
In the middle again, tap down. Neither ruckman gets clear. Ricky O'Toole misses. Bennett, handball. Finds teammate in Manning in the middle of the ground on the left foot to half forward, running with the flight of the footy. Barry O'Toole, brilliant mark. Handball to Bolshevik. Handball over the top to Rivet, who's in the goal square. And that brilliant teamwork by Corio. Rivet just turns around, casually kicks the ball through the goal for his first. And that is the 4th for Corio. 4 goals straight, Corio, 24. They trail Thomson 5-2-32. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 20 minutes gone.
What number is Chad? I just
64.
64.
Big number on the back.
Yep. Well, I've got to give credit to Barry O'Toole, and boy, he put his body in there.
He's actually
and
wearing number 30, I think.
He is too.
That's his old jumper.
I thought number 30. And, you know, he really goes in after that footy, and if he doesn't get it, he makes something of it, and that's a great quality.
Well, once he had it, he created something with the handball, Laurie, and the Corio were away.
Well, that's a good... That answers the player off the ground bit.
So back to the middle. Umpire Keating throws the ball in the air. Oakley, Savanka back in. Oakley, big thump away. Mitchell doesn't sit for him. Eldridge, handball to Ricky O'Toole. Can get away from a couple. Oh, easy. At the back end of the centre square, goes towards half forward. Bolshevik
Now they've got the loose
Yeah,
man.
has taken the mark on half forward by himself. Brings it back in board. Terrible kick off the boot. Oh, chopped off Aitchison. Couldn't take the mark. Now Barry O'Toole. He leaves it behind. Riley. He runs over the top of it. At centre half forward. Handball by Dans was good. Savanka off a step. Goes long towards Rivet from behind. Menzies is there as well. Falls in the forward pocket towards Manning. Gives it back to Keys. Off a step. Has kicked the goal. Has he? No, it was out of bounds.
If the goal umpire's out on the boundary line.
It was out of bounds before Manning could bring it back in. So it will be a boundary throw in the right forward pocket.
I thought it was awfully close to the boundary line, but that's good goal umpiring, isn't
I
it?
got the shock of my life. He's kicked the goal and the goal umpire nowhere to be seen between the goals. But that was a classic display, Laurie. Like they're one man short and they had a loose man, Corio.
Yep.
Sometimes happens. Boundary throw in, right forward pocket. Corio under attack, western end of the ground. Been playing 22 minutes. It's 32 plays 24. Boundary throw in. Walton from behind. Was it a push, said the umpire? Yes. Free kick to Thomson. Aitchison to take it. Right back pocket goes towards half back. Maharis gives him a lead. That was Nick. Takes the mark, diving. Few boys just taking their time from the Thomson back line to move down there. Running across half back now. He might have to switch play. He'll do so dangerously, I would think, towards Baxter, who does take the mark against Clifford. Lucky for Thomson. He chips over the top towards Highland. Now they're away. He can take the mark and run through centre wing. Gives it to Dan O'Connor, who gives it back to Highland, who draws another player, which was Lazarick. Handball back to Troy Maharis, still on centre wing. Now he can give it to Stone. Across centre half forward. Great kick, takes the mark on 50. His left foot kick out wide, looking for Stein. Does it sit for him? Yes, it does. Now kick over the top towards the goal square, but Savanka works his way back there and takes the mark for Corio in the last line of defence. Back to whence it came, on half back. Oh, Stein might mark it. Dabrowski from behind, did well. Now Armstrong. Daniels there as well. Dabrowski over the top. Still on 50. Manning picks it up, does well. Handball towards nobody in particular. The boundary line he'd hope. O'Connor, can he keep it in? No, he can't. And the boundary umpire will come and throw it in at half forward on the outside. Thomson into attack.
There's a bit of pressure out there, Laurie. There's, as you say, no easy kicks.
No, certainly isn't, Eric. And I've seen Corio side under pressure before with the man off the ground. They seem to find that little bit extra.
From the throw in, tap forward for Thomson. It's on the 50-metre arc. Players pretty strongly contesting. Keating just came out of the pack strongly. Handball to Aldridge. He kicked forward half forward. The lead has come there. Brilliant lead there from Keys. And has taken the mark in the centre square. Runs off the mark, kicks long towards the full forward position. Corio outnumbered. Rivet, well, he's turned around,
the big
hooked it
fella
around the shoulder, and I think that's a magnificent goal. He was outnumbered 3-1. He got the ball to the front of the pack, no one to support him, so he grabbed it himself, hooked it round the corner and kicked his second. So 5 goals straight to 30, Corio. They trail Thomson now by 2 points, 5-2-32. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes gone.
Well, the pace of Corio seems to be just worrying the Thomson side a little bit. And look, they've just got to be a little bit careful what they do at the moment. I'll just see Nick Maharis over there in the other pocket chasing kicks a little bit. You've got to tend to stay in your positions and just keep working. It's working good. And because if you crowd this game up with the Corio's pace around the ball, they're going to get on top, and that loose man's not going to be effective.
So back to the middle. Oakley and Savanka. Savanka gets it down. Good tap towards Clifford. Riley now. Can he break free? Gives it to O'Connor by hand. Handball back to Aitchison across half back. Chips the ball over the top towards Mitchell at centre wing. Bennett though runs back with a flight of the footy and takes the mark. On centre wing. Bennett. Left foot kick towards half forward. Pack develops. Walton in front. Punched away by Aitchison at the back. Goes towards Riley again. Clifford comes in. The umpire will come in. And will ball it up. In between wing and half forward. For Corio. Umpire throws the ball in the air. Savanka and Oakley. Savanka gets it down. Stone roved it better though. Close to the boundary line. Handball underneath the Highland was good. Right foot kick towards half forward. Worry at the back. Cornwall off his hands. Dabrowski gets back there. Reads the play well. Can he pick it up though? Close to the boundary line. Yes, he can. Oh, then he runs into Worry, does he? No. He breaks away again. Goes long to Bennett. Highland in front. Punched away. Good defensive play, Darren Bennett. And it will be a boundary throw in. Half forward. Thomson into attack. So,
just in the last 5 minutes, Andrew Dabrowski's done some good things as well. It's, the cream comes to the top always.
So boundary throw in, half forward for Thomson. Oakley in front. From the back, Maharis gets it down to Stone. Back towards centre half forward. Cornwall got a handle. Worry works his way onto one step again. This time has he got? He's kicked that. Marty Worry from 45 metres out off the step, if you don't mind. That's put his first on the board. The 6th for Thomson. They go to 6-2-38. They lead Corio 5 straight goals, 30. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 26.5 minutes have gone.
Yeah, well, look, I think Marty Worry's body strength's a bit too much for Nirvana Cornwall anyhow, and he did that nicely, didn't he? He just used his skill, used his bulk, got himself around. He knew exactly where he was, and he said to himself, "I kicked 6 here before the game started. Just a matter of putting boot the ball and went straight through the middle." Easy game.
So back in the middle, 26 minutes gone, 11 goals kicked. High quality stuff here as the umpire about to put the ball in the middle, in the air once again. This time, well, Savenka's winning well in those ruck tap outs. Ball comes from Highland to half forward. Dabrowski, oh, courageous. Didn't hang on to it long enough. Came back on it. Can't get it out. And
She nearly had to pay the mark, in my view.
well, it was a huge effort, wasn't it? But, when he hit the ground, the ball dislodged, and the umpire said no go. So at centre half forward for Thomson. This time Oakley gets the tap with the left hand. Dan's handball to O'Toole, put him under real pressure, but he's handballed over the top, cut off by Hood. He's hooked it back towards half forward. Not 15, said the umpire. Dan's had taken the mark, and
Get the ruler out.
I think it looked to be a pretty reasonable distance to me, but we're here and they're there. So on half forward flank for Thomson, the umpire puts the ball in the air. This time Oakley gets the tap down only as far as Dabrowski. Handball to Savanka. Handball chopped off O'Connor. Handball backwards 20 metres to Shane Stone. On the left, chips it to half forward. Big pack of players there. Comes to Hood. Picks up the crumb. On the left foot, gains a little bit of distance. Off hands. Ball almost in the goal square for Thomson. Mitchell picked up his...
Free kick.
Well, free kick by the tackle, said the umpire. In the back was his indication. So Rick Lazarick perhaps a bit careless with the tackle, and John Mitchell 15 metres out, 45-degree angle, the opportunity to extend the Thomson lead. So we're right behind the line of the kick as Mitchell now steadies himself, moves in, right foot kick, and
Missed it.
never looked like kicking the goal, I'd suggest. So bad miss for Thomson there. 6-3-39 Thomson. They lead Corio 5 goals straight 30. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes gone.
McNamara from fullback for the Devils. Called to play on. Got Eldridge short. Got Dabrowski there as well. Sets Dabrowski up a little bit. Goes up. Can't take the mark. Hood. Can it be a turnover? Handball over the top to Anderson. Goal number 5 for him in the first term. He runs in. Kicks it into Tate Street Primary School. He's kicked his 5th. And the 7th for Thomson. They go to 7-3-45. They lead Corio 5 straight goals, 30. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 29 minutes played.
Well, that's perhaps Laurie, the fellow who normally doesn't do the kicking in, doing the kicking in, and really didn't know where to go.
Well, that's exactly right, Eric, and it brings you to the point that when a pressure game's on, it's decision making that's so important, and that was definitely wrong decision. There was no way Andrew Dabrowski was going to get that footy. It had to be a perfect kick out there, and he had the weight of numbers against him, and a wrong choice at the wrong time, and they've paid the penalty.
So it's back in the middle now with umpire Keating. Late in the first quarter, though, with 12 goals. It could be a reasonably lengthy quarter. This time, Savanka again gets the tap down only as far as Stone. He finds Mitchell, who runs on inside 50. The pass low down, not taken the mark by Anderson. Handball comes to Eldridge of Corio. He defends it wide to centre wing, looking for finding Manning. Handball back to Dans. Dans another handball back to Eldridge. Now a kick from him to half forward. Barry O'Toole. Well, if it wasn't a mark, it was probably a free kick. Tackle pretty high. Plays on, could give it a handball to Dans. Now to half forward.
Oh, yes.
But it's broken down with Nick Maharis taking the mark. Plays on. At half-back for Corio. Oakley, brilliant pick-up on the run for a big man. Handball to the running player was that Riley, and his kick has found Troy Maharis on centre wing for Thomson. They're playing good football at the moment. Thomson, can they capitalise late in the quarter with another goal? Well, there's Hood unattended inside the 50-metre arc. He's just slipped his opponent. I think it could have been Eldridge, who's 25 metres away. And Hood, who's got to be in the side to be a forward pocket goal kicker, has taken the mark with Cornwall standing that mark 40 metres from goal. Hood moves in on the right foot. It's not a bad looking kick. It's not quite going to make the distance. Almost a mark to Anderson. Not paid. as Eldridge tries to release the pressure with a kick along the ground. Dabrowski runs it very neatly over the boundary line. The boundary umpire a bit far behind, so he gets a kick to centre wing. Nick Maharis, nearly a brilliant mark. Unfortunately, he's infringed. Advantage paid by the umpire, so Keys goes on for Corio towards half forward. Clifford can't make the mark, comes to the ground as the ball has gone over the boundary line, although a free kick has been whistled by umpire Keating, and it's gone to Lee Clifford.
Clifford now goes, Rivet sticks the hands up and takes the mark in front of Yates. And he will shoot for goal from 40 metres out, 45-degree angle for his third. Great mark in front of Yates, who's got the job on him this afternoon so far. So Chad Rivet comes in.
Shocker.
Has kicked it out of bounds on the full by a long way. And will be a free kick to Thomson. It'll be Dale Menzies playing his 200th game this afternoon to relieve the pressure for Thomson. So Menzies gets the ball back now. Been playing 32 and a half minutes in the first term. Menzies got Highland short, got O'Connor short. Elects to go further afield though towards Aitchison, and also Nick Maharis from the back goes up, can't take the mark, off hands to Stone at the front, ripped off the ball by O'Toole. Bennett's there, gets around, handball back, chopped off by Riley. His handball sets up Nick Maharis, but he runs away at half back. Great little kick.
Beautiful.
Over the top towards Don Mitchell, who's taken it centre wing by himself, plays on. Dabrowski comes at him now, he goes to the right foot, kick towards McLeod, who works his way to the front. Eldridge against him, coming through Keating. Now Eldridge, McLeod did well, he got rid of it, did he? The umpire said just, and it's out of bounds.
Ooh,
lucky.
Very lucky not to get a penalty there, because ball whistled out of play and Eldridge put foot to footy and kicked it away.
So a boundary throw in, half forward flank, Thomson into attack. Possibly the last attempt in the first term. Worry, now over the back, Walton got it down. Cornwall at half back. Took a long time. Then he got it away by hand to O'Toole. Back to Cornwall. Set him up. Now Dabrowski just gets it up. Handballs it in front of him. Highland to come at him. Close on centre wing. Still again. Did it. And might get it again. He does well. He runs through the middle. Oakley gets him though. And so did Hood. And now through the middle, Ricky O'Toole under pressure. Barry O'Toole, he's dropped the footy through the middle. Pressure from Thomson. And Nick Maharis turns back around on the left foot, back towards the middle. Now it's chopped off. Barry O'Toole gives it away to Clifford. Handball towards Manning. Usually pretty good in this situation. 50 metres out. Drills the ball straight down the throat of Keys. 25 metres out.
Pressure in the middle of the ground there, Laurie.
Yeah, look, the vision was good of some of those players too, Eric. They were under pressure, and that's a quality to have in your football ability, is to see where the ball was. It was just the right option there, the right-hand ball. They've done it 2 or 3 times, the Corio side, and he just has to finish this off.
Keys comes in, 25 metres out, and does so.
He's done it.
Straight through the middle. His first goal of the afternoon, the 6th straight for Corio. They go to 6 straight goals, 36. And they trail Thomson 7-3-45. That is on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 34 and a half minutes played.
Johnny Key's a very good little player in the Corio side, Eric. He's not frightened to move around a little bit. He presents himself, he links up very well, and he's usually a pretty good finisher as well. So my mind goes back last year as well. I thought he played pretty well last year, and he's continuing on again this year. So he's an asset to their team.
Well, he's the sort of guy that gets front and centre for those contests, doesn't he? So it's most important that they look after him in that forward half. So it's back in the middle with umpire Kiss. 35 minutes gone now. As the ball goes up, neither ruckman get a clear tap down. Highland tries to get the crumb, picked up by Dans. Handball to Barry O'Toole. He's met fair and square under the chin, and you don't hit players around the head.
He'd be up for a logie, I reckon, soon, Baz.
I think that's 2 or 3 different attempts, certainly. The ball at centre half forward for
H, you're gone.
Aitchison tackled. Ball falls to Barry. No, it was Walton, but it finally comes clear to Christian Highland for Thomson. Kicks towards half forward, in front Worry, bounced off his chest. Lazarick, well, Lazarick shepherded there for Eldridge. Only problem was Eldridge didn't go for the footy, so it's Thomson back in the ascendancy, although Dans comes back. Handball looking for Lazarick. Good defensive work by Thomson, and the ball is at the edge of the centre square in the middle of the ground. The forward half for Thomson at 36 minutes into the first quarter. Umpire about to put the ball in the air once again. So very, very late in the first quarter. Tapped down by was Walton doing the ruck work. Just a kick wild into the forward half.
Oh.
Stone's going to run onto the footy. If he can pick it up, he's got a goal for Thomson, but he can't get foot to footy. Ricky O'Toole
Great play.
ends up conceding. No, that's a goal. So was it Shane Stone that got foot to footy?
Yep.
Yes, Shane Stone's getting the accolades of his teammates there. So it is the 8th to the Thomson side. 8-3-51 Thomson. They lead Corio 6 goals straight 36. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 36 and a half minutes.
You got a great shepherd from Todd McLeod too.
Magnificent, but he didn't quite get it up, did he?
Well, that was the fact of that loose man out there, Rick. You can see the pressure. They try to go to 2 players. You can't go to 2 players, and the pressure was always going to be on the Corio team then.
Back to the middle, Oakley, and Walton. Walton gets it down, does his own roving work as the siren sounds, and Barry O'Toole and Nick Maharis renew acquaintances. 8-3-51 are the Thomson side, and they lead Corio 6 straight goals, 36 at quarter time by 15 points. The goal kickers for Thomson, 5 to Peter Anderson, and singles to Shane Stone, Marty Warry and Troy Maharis. While for Corio, 2 each to Chad Rivet and Ricky O'Toole, singles to Darren Bennett and a John Keys. It's 15 points of difference at quarter time, pulsating finals-like atmosphere here at Godfrey Street. We'll be back with the second quarter after this on 94.7 The Pulse, your home of local football.